This is one of the craziest ones. So this one aired season 2 Halloween Eve, I believe. And this was like a Halloween episode of Unsolved Mysteries, which they didn't really have. And this one isn't very well known because they only aired it maybe a couple times. So people search this one out.
Mm. Wow, really? Hey, Blaine actually came through. Your brother heard stories.
Oh,
That's where I left
okay.
off. When
Yes. Thanks, Blaine.
so I'm only going to give so much backstory because you guys are going to have to watch the previous segments. But basically, in this old house in Kentucky, I reunited with my long lost brother who uh, grew up and ended up going living out his high school years, and he even lived there through college. And he even went back and worked as a cop and lived there at the small and lived in that house in his
Oh,
young adult years. And after he got his first divorce, very much like feels like an Everybody Loves Raymond Roberts situation.
yeah.
But anyway, I had to know we hadn't spoken to each other some years. We had to hear about the house. And he was like, "Oh man, I have tons of stories." And I was all ears. And like I said, he had revealed that he had heard as he got older, everybody knew about the house that a little girl had died there. Great. But one of the stories he told me, man, was he says one day I got this one creeps me out. He says one day I got home from football practice as I did. I was like a senior in
Yeah.
high school. I got home from football practice and he was basically being raised as an only child. And our grandparents, it was just my grandparents and him that lived in the house. Our grandparents had went on a road trip to visit somebody in Tennessee, which is the next state
Yeah.
over, and they were going. And so, and I knew they weren't going to be home, and they were going to be gone for like the next 3-4 days. So I get home, I'm home alone, and I go to take a shower. It's just a little bitty small, well, a basement, one level, and then an attic bedroom, but one bathroom. And so I went to the main floor and I went to take a shower like I did. And I'm taking a shower and it's just an old tub shower with like a curtain to the side of me. And I'm washing my hair, I'm doing my thing. And then all of a sudden I hear from right outside the shower a girl screaming at
Oh
me.
my
And I
god.
freaked out. He said, I freaked out and I was scared to open the curtain.
Oh,
He's like, "I didn't
jeez.
wanna go." He's like, "I don't wanna." I was like, "I wanna get the fuck out of this
Yeah.
bathroom because it's tiny." And I'm like, "I don't wanna be alone with it." He's like, "But I was afraid to open the curtain because it was, like, right
Oh,
there." And, yeah, and he's like anyway, I eventually had to get out. And, I got out, and the first thing I did was get on the phone, and this is he said I called the
mhm.
grandparents, and, they had cell phones or whatever at the time, and he said, "Where are you guys at?" And sure enough, they were in
Yeah.
Memphis. He's like, "Oh." He's like, "So I went and fucking stayed the night at his buddy Ruben's house or whatever down this, in the neighborhood. Like, fucking shit." And in this same bathroom, dude, I remember one time me and my little brother got punished, man, because we came home from school and there was it there they had accused one of us of doing this, but somebody had gotten into some cosmetics that were in the bathroom. I think they were probably my grandma's they could have been my mom or my grandma's, I don't know. But like oil-based cosmetics, and there was handprints all over the shower curtain and the walls in the
Oh
bathroom.
my god.
And we came home from school and she like summoned us and she blamed us like, "So which one of you guys did this?" Like, "We've been at school all fucking day. What are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?" Like, and they're like, "None," and we wouldn't own up to it because we didn't do it. Like, "What are you talking? We never," and she punished us. She made us fucking go downstairs in the basement and write sentences like we were in school about why we shouldn't lie.
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Okay." But yeah, there was like little handprints, and I had two little brothers, and they were toddlers. They were
Mm.
3, and you could debunk it from them because the handprints were bigger than their
Mm.
hands because they were 3. They were definitely child hands, but they were not as big as theirs, and there was no way they could have reached where these handprints were. So, all signs kinda pointed to someone like this. But I'm like, "Dude, all you we could debunk this right now."
Yeah.
She didn't even let us debunk it. Like, these are not our hands. But yeah, we never explained that.
Huh.
We never really could explain that because the only person that would have been home would have been my mom and the toddlers. They were twins, but like I said, these were 3-year-olds. They were not. They could not have reached where these prints were. It's just impossible.
Big thanks to our awesome members for keeping Revival House alive, and to all the subscribers hanging out with us. You're the best. If you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. We've got thousands of hours of content and cover a wide variety of horror films, so there's always something new and creepy coming your way. We'll catch you next time for more spooky fun. Now you know what we are. Now you know what you are. You'll never grow old, and you'll never die, but you must feed.